Good morning. Good morning. God bless you. It is 10 o'clock and I've just been up since about 6 o'clock doing my devotions, and I know everybody, my friends have been wanting me to do a video on making yogurt and making mozzarella cheese. Well, I'm gonna do a video today, probably 2 videos, because I ain't figured out how to stop and start one, but I'll see. But I'm gonna make this video on making homemade yogurt, and I make it out of fresh milk from the cow that I go get every Monday, me and Terry, my friend, and but you can make it out of regular milk too. I just think you can't use the ultra pasteurized. Just get regular pasteurized, not the ultra pasteurized. I'm not sure that that works. If you hear, if you hear anything else, you can use it, but I don't think it works for yogurt. So, but I know I've made it out of milk I bought from the grocery store, because I've been making yogurt for a long time for myself, and it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot better. It really tastes good. Use whole milk. You can use skim if you want to cut back on fat, but it tastes better and it's creamier. But I have used 2%, 1%. So you can make yogurt. What you're going to need is the milk. I usually make about 1 gallon. Right now I don't have quite 1 gallon. Sometimes I make 2 gallons at a time. And then you need some yogurt, a yogurt starter. So what you need for that, since I make my own yogurt, I have yogurt. You only need about 1/2 cup of a yogurt that's got the live cultures in them. So get you some plain yogurt from the grocery store and look and see. Some of them have more of the cultures, live cultures, and those are the better ones. Of course, you're going to get more. So whatever yogurt you get, make sure it's plain. Just regular yogurt, but you can look for the ones that has, some of them have 3 or 4, and I think some of them may have more than that. I can't remember the numbers, but anyways, get you some yogurt and have that on hand. You need, this is about you need 4 to 6 ounces of plain yogurt with your cultures that are in it. Some of them don't have it, so you do need to look on your yogurt, make sure they have those live cultures, because it's really not that good for you if they don't have that. That's what helps your gut and the probiotics, is those cultures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my milk into a double boiler. I used to use, and you still can, I used to use a slow cooker, your crock pot, and you can use that. It's a little slower, and all you have to do is heat your milk up to 185. At least 185. I have, accidentally got it hotter. As long as it's not crazy burn or something. Just, you want to keep an eye on it's not so bad on a double boiler. When you see, mine made my own with this square pot. I put some water in there, and it's kind of my double boiler. So you don't have to go out and buy a double boiler. If you got a big pan, and you can put another pan inside of it, a pot inside of it that's big enough to put your milk. So I will put a cover. Cover over. You don't have to put a cover up while it's boiling, but it keeps it from skimming up. So we're going to let my water come to a boil and get the water boiling, and it doesn't take, depends on how high I got that water boiling. I turn it down some. It takes, maybe, I can't even think. I'll let you know. It takes 20, 30 minutes if you do it this way to get it to 185. You can actually put your milk on the eye and boil it, get it to 185, but then you really got to watch it. So if you're really in a hurry, you can do it that way. So I'm going to read over the rest of the instructions because it's not that something you can really watch. Then you can cool it down quicker. Take this off the eye, take this pot off, and put it on some ice in your container and let it, and keep changing that ice out, and you can cool this down quicker. It just depends on if you're in a hurry or not. If you're not, you can just set it on the side and let it cool off and keep checking the temperature. Get it down to 115 to 119 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, mind you, you need a thermometer. These instant ones, I really like this. I got it on Amazon. Docus, DOQAUS, but you can find any. Just find your best deal on instant. This was maybe $12, and I liked it because it's got a magnet on the back of it. And see, once you open it up, it starts, that says 84 degrees, 83 degrees in here, because it's been up over my oven, so that's why it's still a little warm. So when it closes, I close it and it turns off. I open it, I can stick it down into the milk to check. So I keep a check on it. And you don't want to leave your milk, you know, you don't want to just leave and go outside and forget it. If you're like me, you'll forget it and you'll have a boiling, you could have a boiling over mess. But my milk only goes right now about halfway. I have had it all the way up, and you can do all this. This is my Instant Pot pan, just so you know. You want a good heavy stainless steel. So that's my Instant Pot, the big one that I got, that barely fits in there, but it fits okay. So when I make 2 gallons, I use this towel. This is how I make my mozzarella cheese also, because you have to heat your milk also. So if you want to make mozzarella cheese, figure out if you got an Instant Pot, you can use these nice, they're pots to make a double boiler out of, in some other pot that you have to put the water in it. And that's the easiest way to heat the milk up without scalding it and burning it, because if you do that, that's when it don't taste good, and you probably won't like your yogurt or your cheese if you make it. So and you might want, while it's cooling down, you know, you got to cool that milk down to 115 to 119 degrees Fahrenheit. And when you do that, when it gets cool, you need to have out you some yogurt. That yogurt I told you to buy, 4 ounces to 6 ounces. And so you'll dip out some of this milk that's cooled out and put it in a bowl, you know, enough where you can stir up. You want to stir together your yogurt starter. And that's just the plain yogurt that you get with the cultures. And you stir that up with 1 to 2 cups of milk that have been warmed and cooled down. The reason you cool it down is because you don't want to kill your cultures, because they're live. And so you can keep, and then once you make your first yogurt, you just save you some yogurt to make your yogurt the next time. And if a lot of families eat a lot of yogurt, you can save a lot of money. I mean, even though milk is high, I mean, you can get a gallon of milk probably for $6 or $7. Mine's not quite that high. And so you got a gallon of yogurt that you would pay for just 1 container of plain yogurt. And what I do is I make my own vanilla, and you know, I can tell you how to do that one day. But you have to have alcohol. You have to have like vodka. I use rum, vodka, whatever we had at one time. We don't really drink anymore. But so I was thinking about, because I'm out of that, I'm gonna have to go to the liquor store and get me some rum. I like rum. I don't know, I think it has more flavor. So it takes, you want to keep your, you know, it takes about 6 months to make some good vanilla flavoring, because I use it all the time, and it makes a big difference, I think, in the cooking. So when I have my yogurt, it's so tasty just to put some, I try not to use much sugar, so I use the the stevia mixture, and then I'll put some vanilla in my yogurt, and it just tastes so good, just like that. Or you can, I put peanut butter powder in it, and chocolate powder. I can't think of what it's called. But anyways, you can make the yogurt taste any way you want. Put strawberries in it, bananas, and just dock it up any old way where you'll save a lot of money making your own yogurt. Let's see. Oh yeah, when you are letting it sit, make sure you cover it, because you know there'll be a skim that come over, and you don't want to have to take that off, because if it gets too gunky, you won't be able to use that part. So once I have mixed my mixture and got the yogurt culture back into it, I stir it up again. I put my lid on it, and then I put it in the Instant Pot. I used to, the other directions is to, if you don't have a Instant Pot, wrap it up and put it in a warm place. You can put it in the oven. Just make sure you put a sign out there, no one starts your oven, but put it in a place that some people put theirs like on top of the refrigerator. I can't do it. I don't think I have enough room, but I found that wonderful. I use the Instant Pot insert pot, and then I put it back into the Instant Pot and put the lid on it, and it keeps it warm, and that's all it needs. And you let it sit around overnight, about 12 hours, and you will have yogurt when you get up in the morning. Or if you do it in the morning, you'll have yogurt that evening. And then you just, I put it in containers. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. This size, or you can get the tall ones, which I like better. I use both of them, but with a screw lid. I like the screw lids. It's easier to get them off. Dollar Tree has them. You get 2 of the tall ones for $1.25. These, I think, this size, these are Ziploc. 2 or 3. You can get these most anywhere, but Dollar Tree is probably one of the cheaper. But nowadays, Dollar General has stuff, and just find you some containers that you want to. The quart ones are a perfect size for, you know, not to have so many containers. So my water is getting warm, but you know, once it gets warm, it's going to take a little while, like I said, maybe 20-30 minutes to get that up to that degree. So usually if I get too boiling, I'll turn it down, because I don't want it'll start flopping. So that is about it. And what I can do tomorrow is after, well, maybe this evening, once it'll does its stuff, and I've set it there on the counter in my Instant Pot, I'll have yogurt, and I'll come back and give you I'll snap a picture, or maybe a little quick video. So, and I have shared please subscribe to me, because I'm trying to build up this. If you're interested in old-timey canning, a pressure can, a water bath can. If you're young and you haven't done it before and you don't have anybody to show you how, I'm going to be doing this summer is when I do more canning from the garden, and I'll be doing different cooking videos and garden. I'll let you see my crazy city garden. I'm trying to make it prettier. Hopefully I can put up a little pretty fence around, because I've got it in my front yard, which is crazy, but that's where the sun is, the most of my sun, and I've got some upraised beds and some of them cloth pots. So I want to make it look better. It's not bad, but you know, it is like a redneck front yard with all the pots, and it's not your normal just grass. So it's 10:20. I've been on here about 14 minutes, and I pray that you have a wonderful day. And like I said, if you would subscribe to me and maybe click, there's a button up there to click so you can get notices. But I'm doing, I'm doing 2 or 3 a week, and I've just got started. So, and I pray for you that you will be blessed, and I'm praying that the Lord will lead me and guide me on what to put on this YouTube station. That, because that's what I really want to do, is I want to share the love of Jesus, and I want to share what He's done for me and all the things that he's taught me over the years as I've grown. I'm 65 and I've learned so many things. I have just been fearful and just so many disasters in the kitchen you just would not believe. And I want to share with you the things I've learned from just experience from my mom. My mom's a great cook. I talked to her about coming on with me. She said, no, I don't want to, but maybe she will. I'm not sure what she's afraid of, but so we'll see. But I'm going to do a few videos a week, maybe 3 or 4, maybe more, just depends on how I feel that day. But and I pray that you enjoy them and that you can be blessed and get some information and help you in your life, because it's too expensive nowadays not to make your own stuff. It's so much cheaper if you make your own stuff. Everything doesn't just appear at the grocery store. Used to years ago. I see I'm boiling right now. I'm going to turn this down. You don't need to be that high. You can, you can keep it just on a simmer and that'll warm it up fine. And so we used to, probably before I was born, or as the years went by, we do it less and less, but people made their own things. They made everything themselves from the garden and from, because everything that was, people didn't used to have grocery stores many years ago. So young people, young ladies, you can do it. It's not that hard. And you can feed your families for a lot less money if you make your own stuff. And it's not that time consuming. This isn't.